Hi folks, how we doing? Hope you're well. Okay, let me ask you a question. In regards to your business, what is it that makes you stand out from the crowd? Everyone's got so much competition out there, so how do you stand out from the crowd? Let me ask you another question. What are the unique things that you offer your customers that makes them think, wow, this is the only business I want to deal with, nobody else, only this one? If you're like most business owners I come across and clients that I work with, your answer to that question at very best will be very, very vague. So what I want to do with you today is I want to share with you a really powerful strategy that can actually make the difference between a super successful business and one that never actually reaches its full potential. So let's have a look at this, guys. You're going to love this. Okay guys, alright, let's get on with this now. So, how to stop competing on price and get paid what you are worth. Yeah, imagine you had a business where you didn't have to compete on price. Our definition of a niche is no price competition. Now, how do you do that? How many of you would like to have a business that doesn't compete on price? How do you not compete on price? Well, you have to differentiate yourself somehow, and there's two tools that we use to do that. First of all, it's USPs, which is unique selling points, and the other tool and strategy that we use is guarantees. And what I want to do with you today is I want to share with you the first strategy, all about USPs. So, let me ask you a question. How many of you have customers that tell you that they purchase on price? I can imagine quite a few. But let me tell you, that's not true. Most people are just too nice to tell you the truth, so they go with price because it's the safe option. Every survey conducted puts price at 10% of the reason people buy, with service and liking the salesperson coming higher up the list. People will happily give you double the price as long as you can give them 4 times the value. Yeah, and if you think about it, if everybody decided on price, then you wouldn't see any expensive cars on the road. You wouldn't see any BMWs, Mercedes or Porsche. Everyone would be driving about in the cheapest of cars. There'd be no designer outlets out there like Hugo Boss and your Gucci's, etc. And nobody would dine in expensive restaurants. Yeah, everyone would just go to the cheapest place to eat all the time. Okay, so a lot of marketing experts make a big deal about being unique. They rave on and on about finding out what sets you apart, and they call it a USP, unique selling proposition. The one thing that you do and your competitors don't offer. The one thing that you do and your competitors don't offer. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, is it really important as they say? Well, in a word, guys, yes it is. It's very important. Nothing can emphasize enough how important it is to be different. To be a successful marketer, to be successful in business, you need to understand that people have to decide between you and your competition. They have to recognize the differences between you and other suppliers before they can choose who to buy from. Now, let's imagine if you could prove to them beyond doubt that they would benefit more by choosing you. For example, let's imagine a coffee shop which serves, great coffee and cakes. You'd probably expect that the quality of their product would guarantee them success. But just imagine if there were 7 other coffee shops all within a 10-minute walk and all with the same high quality products. How would you choose which one to go to? I don't know why I actually picked the coffee shop. Maybe it's because I'm sitting here having a coffee. But the fact is that all these shops are basically the same. You could uproot them and swap them around and people wouldn't know the difference. They wouldn't know the difference. They'd walk in and say, oh, you've got a new fish tank. It looks like the old one. So what about your business? What I want you to do is think of your 2 biggest competitors and ask yourself, am I really any different? Now, if your first answer was yes, we have better service or our quality is better, you need to reread the last sentence, folks. Those very same competitors would probably say exactly the same thing if they were asked to compare themselves to you. You know, who's going to say that we provide a terrible service? Everyone says, you know, we're the best. We provide a great service. We look after our customers. So does everyone else. So that's what they say. So a unique characteristic is something that really makes an impact when you say it. For example, imagine if one of those coffee shops offered a free massage with every order of a coffee. Just to get it straight, guys, let's say a foot massage, all right? So let's say every coffee shop, or if one of those coffee shops offered a free foot massage with every order of a coffee and cake. More than that, you also got your very own personalised coffee mug. Just imagine how successful that would be. The point is, it's something specific and different. You can imagine the advertising slogan, you know, XYZ coffee shop, wherever customers get a foot massage and personalised mug. Now, you know, it might sound a little over the top, but it's different. It's definitely unique. Now, if you don't have a point of difference, there's no reason for anyone to buy from you unless you discount. Yeah, and that's you competing on price, and you know you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. You end up in a price war with nothing to fall back on but your crazy prices. It sounds like a recipe for going broke to me. So a great way to develop a uniqueness is with exceptionally powerful guarantees. This is where you take all the risk out of the purchase. Your guarantee addresses the one major frustration your customers have when dealing with your industry, product or services. It makes them feel safe and it gives them a reason to always come back to you. Now, this could be the most pivotal point in your entire business life. Without a uniqueness, your business has no reason to exist. It's just another drop in the ocean of me too pretenders. You have to put up your hand and say, I'm different and this is why. It will change your business forever, literally. So, what is your uniqueness? Your company's unique selling proposition is something that differentiates you from all your competitors, both local and industry-wide. It's what makes you so unique that people will choose to do business with you over any of your competitors. Your USP states your distinct advantage. Now, one of the deadliest mistakes businesses make is not being unique. Now, more than ever, you must differentiate your business. Today, there's an explosion of choices for consumers. If you want to survive and thrive, you must differentiate yourself in the eyes of your prospect. Your USP is what states to the world why you are different. And the origin actually of USP comes from a guy called Rosser Reeves, who was considered the high priest of hard sell. He was an advertising agency chairman back in, I think it was the 60s. He wrote a book titled Reality in Advertising, and it became really, really popular. It was actually translated into 28 languages. But he introduced and defined the concept called unique selling proposition. So just a bit of an interesting fact to you. Okay, so why is your USP so important? You know, to be successful in business, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be unique. That's a key point, guys. I want you to take note of that. To be successful in business, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be unique. Identifying, developing, incorporating your USP into everything you do is challenging, but the reward is worth every effort. It will differentiate you, distinguish you, and give you an advantage over everyone in your marketplace. You know, Me Too businesses rarely survive. They usually end up in price wars because they don't have anything unique about them to establish value in the minds of their prospects. They're left with only one weapon with which to compete, that is price. And unless you have a significant cost advantage over your competitors, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. So, make your USP crystal clear. The more clearly you announce your USP, the more often they'll choose you over your competition. You must use your USP to dominate your local market. When a consumer thinks of buying a product in your industry, your name must be the first one that pops into their mind. Your USP must create a real and perceived advantage in your prospect's mind. For example, Domino's made a very bold guarantee when they first started out many moons ago, that if they didn't deliver your pizza within 30 minutes of ordering, it would be free of charge. You know, Domino's put their USP into action. You also then need to be specific. How many businesses do you hear saying the best selection in town or service with a smile? I have to tell you that these phrases are worn out, tired renditions of a Me Too business. Be specific with your USP. So when Domino's stated that your pizza would be number 1 fresh, number 2 hot, and number 3 delivered within 30 minutes, it was specific and measurable. Buy it today and install it tonight. That's specific and measurable. So how to identify and develop your USP? You shouldn't rush or hurry the decision of your USP, because you'll end up spending hundreds, if not thousands of pounds on advertising and promoting your USP. Once you've made your impression and then decide to change it, you begin to confuse your prospect, and it will cost you even more money to re-implement a different USP. Now, if your USP is a promise or guaranteed, you must make sure that you can fulfill your USP promise. Domino's had a very bold USP. To get a pizza to anyone's house in their marketplace within 30 minutes was sometimes a difficult feat to consistently accomplish, but the rewards were obviously fantastic. So how do you pick a USP? You need to first identify which needs are going unfilled within either your industry or your local market. And these are what we call performance gaps. A lot of businesses that base their USP on industry performance gaps are really successful. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples in different industries. Example 1, let's take a plumbing and heating industry. So their performance gap, or the problem, could be plumbers and heating engineers have a reputation of being dishonest. And sorry guys if there's any plumbers and heating engineers out there listening to this. And the potential USP or a solution, if it isn't broke, we won't fix it. Another example, let's take the dental industry. The performance gap there, no one likes to go to the dentist because it's such a painful experience. People avoid it. What could the potential USP or solution be? Sedation dentistry, the safe, pain-free way to healthy teeth. Another example, the estate agent industry. Problem there, performance gap. People are wary of letting estate agents sell their homes. There's so much choice, obviously, but maybe because they don't believe they will aggressively try to sell them fast enough. So what could a potential USP there be? Our 13-point power marketing plan gets your house sold in 30 days or less. So you can see how a performance gap can lead to a powerful USP. You can also have local performance gaps that will give you a great USP as well. For instance, if you're an electronics retailer and you have more inventory than anyone else in town, your USP could be, we have 10 times the selection than any other store in town. Go visit the rest, then come and shop with the best. And okay, so I've not lost my marbles here. I'm not gone bonkers, but listen to this. Your USP doesn't have to be unique. Your USP doesn't have to be unique. Now, you're probably thinking, what the hell is Suj on about? He's just talking about unique selling points, propositions, and now he's saying your USP doesn't have to be unique. So what do we mean by that? Your USP doesn't have to be unique, although a USP is a statement of your uniqueness. It doesn't always have to be something that is only unique to you if, and it's a big if you proclaim it first. For instance, if you were a furniture retailer and you proclaimed your US to be buy today, we'll deliver it tonight, most other competitors can do that too, but because you were the first to proclaim it, it is yours exclusively. And this is sometimes called preemptive marketing. You can preempt your competitors if you take a strong benefit, whether or not it's unique, and you put your stamp on it first. All others who come after you will just be strengthening an advantage that you have already placed in the minds of your prospects. Okay, so living up to your USP, be bold when delivering your USP, but be careful to ensure that you can live up to it. Your USP should have promises, guarantees, policies, procedures, employee evaluations, and other reinforcing processes to make each USP come alive. And having a strong USP can make your business super successful. On the other hand, having a USP that you can't live up to is suicide. Absolutely. Now, I'm sure that Domino's had to eat the cost of a lot of pizzas when they didn't arrive within 30 minutes, but they developed a system that allowed them to deliver on their promise consistently. Integrating your USP into everything that you do. So once you put some careful thought to your USP and have developed it, you need to integrate it into everything that you do. Your USP should be found somewhere in your headlines, your body copy of ads, direct mail, emails, name cards, websites, signboards, throughout your social media as well. You should repeat clearly and consistently in every one of your marketing communications. You should include it in your sales presentations, on the walls of your business, and even on your business cards. You can't overdo or wear out your USP, especially if it's powerful. Okay, so next what I want to do is I want to take you through the exact same step-by-step process that I take my private one-on-one clients through to help them create their USPs. Now remember guys, this is stuff that my clients pay me thousands of pounds a month for, and this is what I want to take you through. So, a USP and Guarantee Questionnaire, one of the tools. So you're about to start a very important part of your marketing success journey. Your responses to the following questions will give you the insights into your business that you need to come up with something special. In this case, your USP and your guarantee, which will be covered the next time. So these two items are absolutely crucial to the power and effectiveness of your marketing. Your unique difference sets you apart from your competition, and your guarantee removes the risk of purchase from your customers. These concepts should form the basis of every marketing effort. And remember, the key to you producing the best result is for you to answer every question in as much depth as you can. If you don't understand a question, by all means, drop me an email, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to explain and give you some direction. The questionnaire is there to make you think, guys, to think about yourself and the way you do business, to think about the position your business holds in your marketplace and the risks of purchase you need to remove from your customers. Some of the questions might seem a little repetitive, but asking them from a slightly different perspective actually helps to give you a clearer understanding of your business, which gives you the information that you need to create some brilliant marketing strategies that will work. Okay, so let's get started. Your competitors. So first look at the other businesses within your industry. And first thing you need to do, number one, is list your 3 biggest competitors. Number 2, what 3 things do they do well? What do they do poorly? List as many as you can. What would the average person say about each of these competitors? Make a list. And what is unique about them, truly unique about them? What guarantees do they have in place, if any? And how are these guarantees actually promoted? What are they doing to promote this? And how genuine are these guarantees? How genuine are they? And what can't each of your competitors guarantee? Think carefully about that. What can each of your competitors guarantee? What can they do that you can't? So make a list of all the things that they can do, but maybe you can't at this present moment in time. And then number 11, where are they geographically located in comparison to you and your potential marketplace? Your industry. Now work through, the next thing after you've done that is working through your industry. So number 1, describe how your industry has changed in the last 5 years. Describe the changes you expect to see in the next 12 months in your industry. Describe the changes you expect to see in the next 5 years in your industry. And then what regulations or marketing are in your industry. For example, I know with dentistry there's certain regulations when it comes to marketing. 5, describe the perceived standards of customer service in your industry. 6, describe the perceived standards of technology in your industry. And 7 and 8 were obviously already there. So then go on to describe the perceived standards of product quality and describe the perceived standards in sales and marketing in your industry as well. Alright guys, so how does your business compare to these industry standards? Have a think about that. What about customer service? What about technology, product quality, sales and marketing? And what are businesses in your industry required to guarantee? You need to take yourself through all of these and start thinking about them and writing all this down. Right guys, I've still got so much to cover, so if you found this helpful and valuable so far, this is what I want you to do next. I want you to click the link or opt-in box on this page, give me your name and email address, and I will send you free of charge the complete step-by-step USP and Guarantee blueprint that you need to go through to come up with your own powerful USP. And trust me, you're going to love this, and it can really, really transform your business. And guys, remember that this is the exact same process I take my private one-on-one clients through, and they pay me thousands of pounds a month. I'm giving this to you free of charge. Don't tell them, please. Let's keep it a secret amongst ourselves. So let me just show you what's going to be covered and what you're actually going to get. We're going to be looking at your marketplace and your target market specifically, your specific niche within the business, which is crucial, your customers' thoughts, customer feedback form questions, really important to obviously get customer feedback, and your customers' frustrations. This is a huge area, identifying what your customers' frustrations are and then how to eliminate them, your past and your present, what you can guarantee, and your own USP and guarantee. So when you give me your details, I'm going to be sending you all of this stuff. And I really hope that you found this useful, guys, and please make sure that you implement this in your business, because if you do, you can literally transform your business. This is really, really powerful stuff. Like I said, if you'd like to complete the blueprint, just give me your details and I'll send it to you. No charge, no small print. If you don't want it, that's cool too. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me today as much as I've enjoyed putting this together for you. Speak to you soon when I'll be sharing with you in greater detail the second tool that I use with clients to help them build a business that doesn't compete on price. And that's all about guarantees, and you're going to love it. And I'm already looking forward to sharing that with you. So until next time, cheers. See you later, guys. Thank you.